Yo, what's good YouTube? Little different video for you guys. And today's video or today's yap is just about how hard Tekken is. I've been playing Tekken since the beginning of COVID, basically. This is like January, Tekken 7 when they were released. And I've been grinding since because obviously there was a lot of time during COVID. There was nothing much to do. Then after that, it was like I fell in love with the game. I can't live without it, right? In Tekken 7, I was always kind of like seen as someone that's improving pretty fast, but still a challenger, you know, not a top player. In Tekken 8, I've had moments and people tell me where I have gotten to that level of like top level, but it's been really hard. This game is really hard, and it's not just about heat, whatever, the broken mechanics or anything like that. It's just, it feels like there's so much to improve on. It's really hard to pinpoint for yourself, right? You guys can probably relate. When it's about yourself and what you need to improve on, sometimes it's really hard to work on those things or pinpoint what they are. And even when you do, it's hard to see results. Right now, I feel like my weaknesses are knowing whether to play fast or slow, overthinking too much or getting emotional, things like that. I had just got back from a tournament in Vegas and I got fit. I'm never happy unless it's like first place. I played really poorly in my loser side, right? Winner side, fine. Loser side, I was pretty disappointed because I just got washed by King Ray. And King Ray is really strong. It was like I played bad rather than anything, and it's been a constant grind where I'm in my own head, you know? It feels like I have no sense of direction right now. But here's what I'm going to do. That a big reason why I lost was because I didn't have experience against Asuka in this game. Not that I didn't know the matchup or know what moves there were or what situations there are. The lack of experience gives me discomfort, right? Even though it's a really good matchup for Brian. It's super good for Brian. I'm just not solidified on what game plan I'm doing, right? So what I want to do is list out every single character in the game, and I'm not going to do this on this video or anything like that, and write out how Brian fights the character and what moves are really good or what movement is really good against them and what to look out for. Because even though I know it in my head, 6 rounds and you're out. So I think having something to read right before tournament would be really good as a refresher. Even though I have a lot of people like telling me what to do, I focus a lot on like, okay, I need to hit this person or I need to do this button and see what they do. But sometimes I don't get there. The other thing is just generally being more solid and not getting caught up in fast play. Tekken 8 is a really fast game, right? There's a lot of force mixes. You can mash a lot more in this game. You can down jab. You can 1-2-4 with Brian. You can orbital overloads. Sometimes going back to the old way and keeping it solid. Like I've been watching a lot of Jimmy, a lot of Haisha, low hike, and knee, and they just believe in their defense and stuff like that. And I feel like I need to do the same because a lot of the time I'll get caught mashing. Like King down 4-2 hits me and I'll get down 4-2-1 after because he knows I'm gonna mash, right? We played each other for so long. Not everything needs an answer. Sometimes you gotta sit back and observe. That's the famous quote. I always confuse myself with like, oh, if I don't interact with this or if I don't play into this, then I'm just doing T7. But it's not like that. That's just kind of how neutral is. Every single tournament I have when I don't win is always like, how can I get better? What do I need to work on? What do I need to do? I watch my VODs. I'm like, why did I do this? Or what do I need to work on next? And then I go play tournament. I go play ranked and stream. And it's like I have comfort in my own home, so I'm playing to my best. In tournament, it's a lot harder to do that. Like just sit down, be comfortable with the setup, be comfortable with chilling, comfortable and believe in your defense and take it slow, even though there's pressure on you to perform. Not necessarily perform, but pressure on you because of the tournament and that you only have 2 lives. You can still play as chill as you are at home, right? Another thing I want to talk about is like tournament nerves. So tournament nerves, I went to Genesis recently. I got 5th place there and I was seeded 3rd. So I was a little bit upset. I lost to myself. I felt like I wasn't able to play to my own level that I know of, right? in winter side and lost to a Jin player, and we all know Jin's really strong, but Brian's really strong too. So there's no excuse there. I kept trying to sidewalk, trying to answer things like up forward 2, things that don't need to necessarily be killed for, right? Which goes back to the point where I'm like, I try to answer everything. Like after down 4, I'll sidestep left to be up forward 2. But you don't need to do that because you can just die or just let them do it, you know? Constantly always wanting to make plays will just get me killed because they can snipe whatever play they want. So I think I'm going to go back to slowing it down a little bit, picking my spots a little better, especially versus like Jin. And then the other thing against Jin is being able to react to like down 2 and hell sweep, which is really key. Under pressure, which is really hard. I messaged Ni and Ulsan and I was crashing out, right? And I'm really thankful that I have the connections to contact pro players like Ni and Ulsan. And they gave me really good advice against Jin. And of course, speed is always helping me too, fear too. So just having like connections is my biggest strength in this game, being able to socialize and ask them for help, and people just like giving me all this information and advice and stuff. Applying it is the next thing, and it's not just Jin I'm losing to, right? It's King, Jin, Elisa. I even lost to King Ray's Asuka and stuff like that, you know, like it's never just like, oh, it's the character's fault, they're busted. It's the way I play against the character that I need to improve on and how I pilot my own, right? So recently with Brian, I've been in a little weird loop where he's a slow character with big buttons that you want to just hit once and win. But when things are slowed down, I do hatchet kick, but they get blocked and I don't use his other lows and stuff like that. So I focused on doing small stuff, but then when I do small stuff, I play into every single thing, and I forget to use my big buttons and forget to counter hit people. So I'm like, do I play aggressive? Do I play defensive? Like, do I poke more? Do I do no pokes? Do I do this? So I'm trying to figure out how to pilot him, and I've been playing him for 5 years. People call me one of the best Brians in the world, and I'm still lost. I just wanted to tell you guys that everyone is on their grind. I know you guys are probably going through some stuff too, trying to get better, trying to even get God Destruction, trying to learn all the matchups and stuff like that, or trying to break out and like become a pro and like place at your locals and stuff like that. Just know that a player like me is still going through that, and it's still really, really hard. It's just about the mentality of continue to go and continue to grind. Don't give up. These videos always start off because I need them, right? And it'd be nice if you guys heard it too, kind of thing. Basically, that's what I'm working on. And season 2 is coming up, but I feel like I'm still not ready in general, so I'm not going to stop playing or take a break or anything like that. I took a 2-month break to play League, and I think it's biting me in the ass. You guys can blame me for playing League. I get it. I really, really want to get better. I know everyone says this. I want to make it happen. And I've been believing things like, oh, this is my peak, or I'm not talented enough, but that's just excuses, you know? You can always improve no matter the age, no matter the skill you are. And it's just about the amount of work you put in. And if I don't put in that work, someone else is going to and overtake me. Don't stop grinding. Tekken is really hard. Trust me, I've gone through it. Let's get it. We're going to make it. Thanks for watching.